This is a brand new 2020 Hyundai Sonata, the 8th generation of the Sonata. And coming up in this video, I'm going to go through the top 10 new and cool features that I think will surprise you. So let's get started right away by having the car run me over. Yeah, seriously. Your number 10 has to be remote parking assist. Picture this, you're in a parking lot and some inconsiderate person has parked their car so that you can't open the door of your brand new Sonata. Let me show you. So what do you do? What do you do? Well, Hyundai has thought of that with this new key fob. You first lock your Sonata, then you auto start it, and then you've got these two little buttons that let you solve this problem. Let me show you. Now, Hyundai's not the first to do this, but nevertheless, it's way cool. You push this button, and look what the car does. It solves the problem for you. And not only will it go forward, but if you want to back out of the space, push this other button. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and away you go. Now you may be wondering, what if your beloved dog, let's call him or her Snowflake, decides to run in front of the car while it's remotely moving ahead? Keep in mind, Hyundai allows it to only go about 30 feet. Well, to prove that it's safe, I'm actually going to walk in front of the car as it's moving. So let's see what happens. Let's give it a try. There you have it, no damage done. Young Snowflake will romp another day. At number 9, we have the Hyundai digital key. Now, of course, you can unlock the car using your phone and an app that allows you to, well, let me show you. Once you are in the car and you've got your phone, now keep in mind this only for some reason works with Android and not with iPhone yet. They say iPhone will come in about a year. Then, in order to start the car without your traditional key, all you have to do is put the phone over here on the charger, and as long as you've got the phone on the charger, you can press the button and the car starts up. So you really never need a traditional key if you just want to use your smartphone. Let's say you don't have your phone, but you have this traditional key. Hyundai has built a touch sensor into the back of the door handle, so all you have to do is gently put your hand behind here and touch the back of the handle, and of course the car unlocks. And then if you want to lock it, close the door, touch the little indent, and the car locks. At number 8 has to be the audio experience you get in this car, and I'm not talking about the engine note because I'll let you listen to that first. This is it floored. I'm gonna give it like kind of a meh. But let's say you don't want to listen to that 1.6 liter turbo, but instead you want to listen to Pandora or Sirius XM. Well, if you get the Bose system in this car, you have another choice, and that is the sounds of nature, because they have done basically white noise music and sounds. We're here in Arizona and it's certainly not raining, but look at that. Is that calming you down? If not, how about a lively forest? Do I hear birds? Oh yeah. Snowy Village? And the one that I completely don't get, let me put that one on, is an open air cafe. I'm already stressed out. I can just imagine, come on over here. I've been waiting here for 15 minutes and nobody has come to take my order. All right, well, let's go to Calm Sea Waves. Now that you're all calm, let's go to number 7. You know, when you make a car longer, lower, and wider, you always make it sexier, and Hyundai has certainly accomplished that. So if you like the new Sonata, it's available at your local Hyundai dealership right now. It starts at about $23,000, and that one with destination, it's just over $34,000. At number 6 has to be this really cool digital dash. To my left is a speedometer, and by the way, it says the car goes up to 160 miles an hour. I'm not sure about that. And to my right is, of course, the tachometer. Now, just like Audi, a digital dash is configurable, but this car is taking it to the next level with cameras. What do I mean by that? Hyundai has a complete suite of safety features, including blindside monitoring, but let me show you what happens when I try to make a left turn. All of a sudden, my speedometer becomes a camera, and Hyundai says that that is 25 degrees more of visual aid than you get by looking in the rearview mirror. Same thing if I go right. The tachometer turns into a camera. How cool is that? I actually think that that is some really fun and smart tech and really cool use of digital cameras. We've made it halfway down our list, so we're at number 5 right now. Let's go back to the phone. Now, a lot of cars, of course, have USB charging. This one has 2 right in the front, but the new Sonata also has wireless phone charging, which you're thinking to yourself, what's the big deal? I mean, I've seen that before. Well, not only is it 30% more powerful, but here's the cool part. It's actually vented wireless charging so that your phone doesn't get too hot when it's sucking up energy, because having a hot phone is certainly a first world problem that Hyundai has now solved. Now that we're halfway down our list, let's do a quick good, bad, and ugly, because, well, the car is, in my mind, very Audi-esque. And what do I mean by that? That's the good. There are just a lot of creases, as you can see in the bodywork. It reminds me very much of an Audi. The bad is right here. It's not awful, but I don't prefer it. Hyundai, for the first time, has gone to a shift-by-wire system. In other words, there's no connection between this gear selector and the new 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, it does clear up a lot of room, but basically what it gets you are these buttons that let you shift the car from drive to neutral to reverse, and then of course to park. And there's just something really satisfying about having a big old lever that actually actuates a real gear versus buttons that don't. The ugly has to be not the design, because the design is very modern and sleek. It's just the amount of gray plastics in here. This is just a sea of gray. I would love to see some accent colors that take it beyond gray. I'm sure that in some of the other color combinations that must happen, but here it's as if my sight were in black and gray. At number 4 has to be this unique light signature. Now, many cars have had headlights that have had LED surrounds that light up. That's nothing new. But what is new is this line right here. Yep, it lights up. There are hundreds of perforations that allow light to escape through this bar, creating what is really a unique design element and a light signature for the Sonata, because this design line not only lights up to here, but continues all the way to the back of the car. And speaking of the back of the car, let me show you that as well. If you guys have seen the recent German design, I'm talking about the Audi A8, the new Porsche 911, you notice that a lot of the light signature now encompasses a straight line that goes right across the back of the vehicle. And that, from a design standpoint of view, is supposed to make the vehicle look wider, in essence give it more presence. Well, Hyundai has of course done that, and Hyundai has actually gone a step further. They've actually incorporated these little vortex generators on the top of the taillight. And you might be wondering, what do vortex generators do? Well, they're supposed to clean up the airflow. At number 3 has to be this 1.6 liter 4-cylinder turbo that puts out 180 horsepower. Now, you may be wondering, what's unique about a 4-cylinder turbo? I mean, there's a lot of cars that have it. Well, Hyundai says this is the first one that has something called CVVD, that's a mouthful, continuously variable valve duration. In other words, you can continuously vary how long the valves stay open and closed, giving you, according to Hyundai, better fuel economy and cleaner emissions. In fact, this car gets 31 mpg combined, which is pretty big for a family sedan. Now there's also a 2.5 liter non-turbo, and get this, a 2.5 liter turbo that puts out almost 300 horsepower, but that's coming at number 1, so you'll be sure to want to hold on for that. At number 2 isn't the fact that this Sonata competes with the most popular sedans in the world, you know, the Honda Accord, the Toyota Camry, but that this chassis is capable of being all-wheel drive. Now right now there is no all-wheel drive Sonata, but you could pretty easily add an electric motor on the back axle, creating what I'm thinking could be a hybrid Sonata that in fact could be all-wheel drive. Now that's not official, but I say please stay tuned. And the number 1 on our list, of course, has to be this. Yep, it's a camouflage Sonata because it's special. It's the new N-Line Sonata, which means that not only is it sportier, but get this, it actually has more horsepower. Under the hood is a new 2.5 liter turbo that puts out 290 horsepower and 310 pound-foot of torque. So not only will it look faster, it will also go faster, and that's pretty darn cool. As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Car. Check out tflcar.com and your first look at the Sonata N-Line. See you guys next time. Ciao.